Okay, the way I like to think about the land business is pretend you sold your cows, you sold your haying business, and you leased your place out to your neighbor. Now, there's value in the forage that your land business is producing. You probably have some costs associated with producing that still. Maybe you're maintaining some fences and you're probably keeping up some buildings on your place and paying land tax. But you're able to get paid from the forage that your land is producing. So that's the land business, okay? Now here's the Lug Nut Ranch example. They have 12,000 acres of upland ground that produces 0.3 AUMs per acre. The program's going to total that out and convert everything to an AUM basis here for you to figure out our total level of production on our place. They have some hay ground that they put up some hay on, and then they come back through and do some aftermath grazing. Here's your grazed production, and here's your hay production. It's going to convert that into AUMs once again. They have some bottom ground that's pretty productive also that they're going to graze as well. So total production on the Lug Nut Ranch was just over 5,000 AUMs. They're going to value that at $25 an AUM, which is a total forage value of $126,000. They have some extra income down here. They have some insurance indemnities, government payments. If you're part of CSP or CRP or some program where the government's paying you for certain management activities, you'd throw that in there. There's a section for other income. A lot of folks will put outfitting or selling hunts in there if that's something that you guys are doing. So total ag-related gross income for the Lug Nut Ranch is $141,000, okay? One thing that we're not putting in here is real estate value, simply because, especially in the western U.S., real estate value is just kind of getting out of control, as you guys know, and it's less and less correlated to production value. So we're going to assume that you want to stay on your place, you're not selling your land, and we're going to just include production value in this analysis. One caveat though, if you're paying for land with cows, right, or with haying, those land payments are going to have to come off the top of your profit at the end, right? So you're going to have to subtract that out of your profits at the end of the year. So just know that we're not including it, but that's a real thing. We have some costs associated with growing that forage. We have land tax, range improvements, irrigation costs, right? Some field renovation, fertilizer, weed and pest, fuel. Some of these irrigation water costs, say, if you guys want to handle those in the haying business, that's fine. Just remember that we want to cover all of our costs once and not twice, right? So make sure you get them down, but don't double charge yourselves between enterprises. $45,000 worth of production costs for the land business. All right, they have some overhead costs as well. We allocated $210 worth of buildings to our land business. We took that by a 7% annual depreciation and repair. That's $14,700 to our land business to cover our buildings, right? A lot of times your land business will have most of your buildings or a lot of buildings allocated, especially like our houses and stuff like that. Think about it once again as if you leased your place out, what buildings would you still be in charge of maintaining? Okay, so equipment, depreciation, and repairs. Most likely you don't have that much equipment left if you've sold your cows and you sold your hay and equipment stuff, but you know, you probably still have to plow. Maybe you have a skid steer and a four-wheeler and a pickup or something that you allocated to your land business. Opportunity interest on equipment, as always, what capital do we have wrapped up in that equipment that we could be using somewhere else? Other overhead and some labor associated with our land business, okay? In summary, our land business produced $141,000 worth of gross income. That was the forage that we produced, plus some government payments, maybe some insurance payments, selling some hunts. That's our gross income from our land business. We had some production costs and overhead costs totaling out at $90,000. Looks like our land business profited $50,000 last year. Now for me, this kind of just is a gut check, time to make sure that all of those enterprises that take up our time and resources throughout the year are working for us, right? So we know that there's a lot of reasons that we're involved in ranching. We love doing all these things that we do, but I feel like it is important that we get a good handle on our numbers to be able to capitalize on opportunities that come up within our ranch, and make sure that all this stuff that we're doing year in and year out is working for us in the long run. I think that having a good handle on our numbers really allows us to make more informed management decisions moving forward for our ranch business. So that's really the value I feel like in this program. So here's the land business. Thank you.